This is the Udvar Hazy Air and Science Museum. It was a spectacular museum, like with a space component in the air component. And first time in my life I saw Concorde, and there were a lot of details about Concorde, right? That the guide explained. And the space museum was part of, they showed the space suits, the 14 layers, and the water, inside, how they live inside space, the air shuttle, how they are thrown up and throw satellites and come back like a plane. And this is the Airbus IMAX theater. And I saw this Blue Angels movie there. It was spectacular. How they are trained and prepared. They go through 5G tests, that sucks off their blood, and they are almost fatigued and so on. So it was spectacular, like seeing this whole museum in Washington DC. And this is of course, being a lover of IMAX, it was original, the big 1:4:3 aspect ratio. Probably they would be having a 70 mm projector in there. It's spectacular, yeah. The Airbus IMAX theater. And they have also released Avatar, so the most expected movie of this Christmas. Yeah, this is the Udvar Hazy Air National Museum in Washington DC, and today I'm in front of the Concorde, the Air France Concorde preserved at this museum. So this used to fly at one time, so this is a live thing. And then, as we know, the Concorde, I counted the windows, there are 30 in between the cabins, there are 4 doors, and there are 21. And the important thing is we cannot see the entire thing, but there is a nose that used to, the famous tilting nose, the 12.5 degree tilting nose, because for takeoff and landing, the pilots must be able to see. And then, the delta wing, the famous delta wing, and the landing there, of course, 4 wheels on either side, for 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10 wheels total. And then the delta wing, had the 13 tanks. And then 2 reasons why the Concorde disappeared was because of, crash near Paris immediately after it took off, because something hit the fuel tanks and burst into flames and everybody died. So people said we'll not take risk anymore. And the 9/11 attacks and the travel, it came down. And the price was too high, because in today's money, they said, it'll take about $8,000 or $10,000, because we used to fly the double the speed of sound, which is called a Mach 2. So 3 hours between London, New York, and Paris, London. And Air France and British Airways are the 2 biggest customers. They flew at some other routes, but they were fewer and far between intermittent or demonstration routes. But this was a fantastic, Concorde. Unfortunately, we are unable to see the entire Concorde here, but yeah, I'm super excited, because I'm really seeing a real Concorde after many years after seeing them on TV and so on. This is the Udvar Hazy Air and Space Museum, and we just covered the air component. This is some of the space capabilities and space things. This is some mobile quarantine facility. These are the various equipment used by the space people. Gemini heat shield, that's like NASA Discovery shuttle, United States. Yeah, these are like this, probably space suits or something. 65 Gemini, 64 Apollo, 65 Gemini, 65 Apollo, 64 Apollo, 67 Apollo pressure suits. Yeah, and then you go. This is the United States, what is it called, Discovery shell. The huge delta wing, kind of. And then, space, the toilet, they were demonstrating the toilet also here, how it looks and so on. Yeah, if we just look at this. The front of the shuttle. Oh man, it's like telescopes and showing the different things. The space and science and lot of interest. Sun, what is the sun, what is the moon, and then planetary bodies, and then the universe, life itself, and some of the equipments that they use, and P enclosure module, crystal, I really don't know, heart pacemaker. Don't know so much about these things, but do you see the back of this spatial, I think, Discovery or something? This is all of interest to. This is Spacelab Transfer Tunnel Joggle section. I don't know. Human space flight. If anything happens if you press this, or orbiting solar observatory and Spacelab laboratory module, pilot's view. Then Yeah, you see the huge hangar facility, right? This was the hangar. Then we see the the back of this Discovery shuttle, so huge, and yeah. Oh man, I don't know how they really build this. All this. These are the satellites. KSLV, yeah, Nuri rocket, Ariane rocket, H2 Atlas 5. All these rockets that they build here in Delta 4. Delta 3914 rocket. Yeah, there are details about all this stuff, and then so many details about space. Yeah, because which people really interested in space will understand all these things here. So if you see the top of the hangar, it looks like this, and this, yeah, this big thing is, yeah, the Discovery or something. It's called a space shuttle or something, if I'm right.
Launching satellites, rovers, deploying the Hubble Space Telescope.
Poseidon missile, and all this, because yeah.
Yo no tengo referencia como del tamaño de los aviones, pero
US DARPA.
este aterrizó en tierra.
Es una tractomula avión.
Yeah, Space Shuttle Discovery, that's what it is. The whole thing I showed you from, in between. And then these are the details on the Space Shuttle Discovery. Rockwell is a prime contractor. So yeah, this was the space part of it probably. We see the big hangar, yeah. This is housed in a hangar, obviously. And yeah, human space flight component. So what is the human role in space, and there is there's a lot piloting a spacecraft.
It helps with like your body temperature, so the faster the water moves, the cooler you'd be, and then the slower the water moves, the warmer you'd be.
Oh, these are the like water pipes. Yeah. Ah, okay. This is for cooling you. Ah, okay. Yeah, they're not on land, right? They're in space. Yeah. It just didn't hit me. Yeah. And these are like the the gloves and different thing.
And this one's the communications cap, so they would put it on their head, directly on their head underneath the helmet, and they would be able to communicate with fellow astronauts and also like control. And you can see the little holes here, that's where they would put the mics and stuff, and they would have a mic stick in the back.
Ah, okay. So suit with the water and okay. Thank you.